Hi guys, Crochet and Connect here. I'm coming to you today with a work in progress to show you, and also a purchase I made recently, and I also wanted to show some of my project bag collection because I don't think I've ever done that before. So first things first, I will show you my work in progress. So I recently, over the last probably about 3 weeks or so, have been working on this dress for my daughter. She is 15 months right now, and this dress says, the pattern says it's for 12 to 24 months, but I don't know, it seems kind of small for 12 to 24 months, but then my daughter is pretty small for her age anyways. And I've already tried it on her, and it fits just slightly bigger than right on, so I think it'll be good for this summer. And then I'm thinking when she grows out of it, we can just put it on a teddy bear or something, because I'm not going to get rid of this. I love this. It's so pretty. I found this pattern on a random blog online somewhere. I have the link in my bookmarks. I will put it down below in case anybody's interested. So it just has a regular double crochet and chain stitch bodice. And then the skirt is all shell stitch. And I'm just about done the shell stitch portion of the skirt. I just have, I think, 3 more rounds. They're going to be increase rounds. And then after that, the pattern calls for attaching a second color of yarn and doing like a ruffle layer on the bottom of the skirt. I think it's a V-stitch pattern, the ruffle. And I can't remember, because I haven't looked that far down the pattern for a while, but I think the ruffle is only about maybe 5 to 10 rounds. Probably closer to 5. I don't think it was 10. That sounds kind of long. But yeah, so this is it. And then after the ruffle, there's also some like shell stitch edging around the sleeves and the neck. And then there's also a band with a flower to crochet that's going to go around the end of the bodice. So that shouldn't take me too much longer if I keep going at the pace that I've been going at. I got a lot of work done over the last couple of weeks on this. So I'm hoping to be done by the end of the month. Not the end of April, obviously, because that's today. I'm hoping to be done by the end of May. I should probably be done way before the end of May if I keep up this pace. But I definitely want to be done by the end of May so she can wear it in the warmer weather. I have no idea what this yarn is. It was just in my stash with the baby yarns. I can't remember if I got it from the stashes that I inherited from, because I inherited a couple of stashes from people I know whose grandmothers have passed, and they passed me on their yarn. So I can't remember if it came in with one of those stashes or if this was one of the skeins my mom found me at a thrift store. I can't remember, but it's either one of those. And I have no idea what it is because it did not come with a label. I'm pretty sure it's acrylic. It feels very acrylic-y. I don't think it's cotton. It does not feel like cotton. And even though it looks very pink, it is actually a white, I don't know if it's showing up very well on the camera, but it's actually a white yarn with a shimmery pink thread wrapped around it. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I have no idea what brand this is, or I know nothing about it. And it's also very thin. I think it's thinner than sport weight, but I don't think it's quite as thin as sock weight yarn. But pretty close. So I thought I was going to have a lot of trouble working with this because it's so thin, but I'm actually doing fine with it. I'm using a 2.75 millimeter hook. The pattern called for a 3 millimeter hook, but I don't have a 3 millimeter. And I started off using a 3.25 millimeter because I do have that size, or was it the 3.75? It was a 3 point something size. And it was making the stitches really large and loose. It was a little too large for this yarn. So I ripped it out, and then I started again holding this yarn double, and then it was way too thick. I did not want to make a thick dress because this is going to be a summer dress. So I ripped it out and went with a smaller hook. And then I had to rip it out several more times because I just had, first of all, I didn't realize that the bodice was made in rounds, and I made it in back and forth rows, and I was like, wait, when do I sew this up? When do I attach it? And I went back through the pattern, and it was actually written in rounds. I don't know how I missed that. And so I had to rip it out then, and then I had to keep ripping it out because since I used the smaller hook, I wanted to make the dress bigger so it wouldn't turn out too small. And I'm terrible at math, so I had a hard time figuring out how many stitches to increase it by. And I had to rip it out several times and increase again, and it took me so long to get it started, but then once I got it started, it went pretty quick. So yeah, so that's how much I have done. I'm hoping by my next video, I'll be done at least the entire skirt and ruffle part. Yeah, so that is my current WIP. I haven't decided what I'm going to start on after that, either the bowling set I want to make or the Afghan for my friend. I haven't decided yet. And then the next thing I have to show is my purchase. Several weeks ago, I went to the downtown branch of my local library, which is the main branch. And in that branch, they have a used bookstore. Sometimes they sell old books that they've gotten rid of from the library, but they mostly sell donations just from the general public, and then the money goes to fund programs in the library. So I found this book called 100 Crochet Projects, and I flipped through it and I found a couple that were really cute, so I had to have it. Also, I had to have it because it was a steal. The cover price is $35.95 Canadian, or $24.95 American, and they sold it for $4. As you can see there, so I'm like, $4, I can't pass this up. And it's like almost in brand new condition. The pages, like, it doesn't even look used. Like the dust jacket is a little kind of crinkled along the edges, but the pages, like, they look like it hasn't even been used. And I'm not sure if this book is still available for sale in bookstores. It was copyright 2006, so I don't know if it's still in print. But there's a lot of really nice projects in here. I'll point out a couple of my favorite ones. Where was it? I really love this tunic. It's so pretty. That's something I would actually wear. I am seriously considering making it if I can find the proper yarn for it. And then there's just a couple more near the end here that I really like. I should have bookmarked them, but this one, so cute. I definitely want to make for my daughter for next winter. I love the ears on the hood. It is so cute. And also probably for my daughter because I'm probably a little too old for these. But these sheet mittens are so cute. I definitely have to make them at some point. So yeah, so this book is mostly garments. And there's a few bags as well. Like that cute bag there. There's a few cute little bags like that. And there's a few Afghans and things, but it's mostly clothes and shawls and ponchos and things. So yeah, so there's a lot of really cute things in here, so I'm glad I picked that up. And then, so I wanted to show my project bags. I'm pretty sure I've shown some of these in videos over the years as I purchased them, but I've never done like a video of my collection of bags. I don't use the typical project bags that I've seen a lot of people on YouTube using, like with zippers. I use mostly tote bags. So right now I am using this tote bag for the dress I am making. This I got years and years ago. I think maybe when, I don't know if it was late college or late high school or early college. So like the early 2000s. I bought this from my local Chapters store. Here in Canada, Chapters Indigo is very, very similar to Barnes & Noble in the US. It's a giant chain, bookstore chain. And this bag has names of famous Canadians all over it. Here we are. Lucy Maud Montgomery, my favorite. There's Wayne Gretzky, another favorite. There's a lot of famous Canadians on here. I think this bag actually needs a wash. When I bought it, the lettering was a lot more white, and it's looking pretty gray right now. I can't remember when I last washed it, so I'm gonna give it a good wash soon. But yeah, there's that one. And then also from Chapters Indigo, I bought this just regular shopping bag, reusable shopping bag, but we haven't really used it for shopping. I've been using it more for yarn and stuff. So I think this was around $2 or $3. When they had it, they don't sell it anymore. I bought this several years ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it was several years. And then this one here I bought when I first started knitting and crocheting. I found it at an accessory store at the mall. So it was probably around 2010, 2011. And I don't think that accessory store exists anymore. And this was on a clearance rack just out at the front of the store for $1, pretty sure. And I thought the apples were just so cute. And I thought it would make a perfect knitting bag. And then I don't actually use it for projects now. I just store my knitting needles and looms in it. So there's that. I also have this Beatles tote bag. Please excuse the cat hair. I don't remember where or when I bought this. I've had it for many years now. I'm not sure if I bought it before I got married. I got married in 2007. I think I might have bought it before then, but I can't remember for sure. But yeah, I've always loved the Beatles. So there's that. I originally bought this to be like a purse kind of tote. And I did use it as that for a while, and then I went back to using real purses and just used this for my crafting. And then just a couple more here. I have this Michaels reusable shopping bag. I seem to remember it being a lot bigger when I bought it. It seems smaller now, but this was also bought several years ago when I first started buying yarn and getting into knitting. I don't think Michaels here sells these anymore. I haven't seen them in a while. They might have them somewhere where I haven't noticed, but I don't think they have them anymore. But yeah, I've used this pretty much for Michaels shopping and for crafting. I think when I bought this, it was around $3 or so, $3 or $4. And then there is this one that I showed a few weeks ago, probably a couple of months ago now. My mother-in-law got a couple of these and gave one to me. It's just cute pink skulls, and I don't know where or why she bought this, but she said she had a couple of them, and so she gave one to me. I haven't really used this one yet, but I can't wait to start using it. I have this one that I found at a Salvation Army store, and I do remember showing it in a video when I first purchased it. It was only $2, and I had to have it because it says knitting bag on the front. And there's a large pocket on the inside that you can fit. It's like a long, tall pocket to fit knitting needles in. And then all these pockets on the front. I did see another one of these in a Goodwill store once in red, and I passed it up because I already have one. I'm like, why do I need another one? And now I regret not buying it because, of course, you can always use more project bags. I don't know what I was thinking that day. But yeah, so I found that one for $2, and the one that I saw at the Goodwill, I think, was around $4, $3 or $4. You know, which isn't as good a deal as that one, but still a pretty good deal. So I should have bought it, and I regret it not buying it. And then I have this little one that I found at a flea market. This was handmade by someone. She had a table full of little bags, not just comic book print, but like lots of different types of prints. I was going to use this for a purse, but then the handles are pretty short. So I'm just going to use this for really tiny projects or small craft supplies. And then my personal favorite, which I haven't used in a while. Most of these bags actually have been, since my daughter was born a year and a half ago, they have been shoved in closets full of most of the yarn that's behind me. So I haven't been able to use them as project bags, and that's why I haven't showed them until now, because I had the idea to do this a while ago, but they were holding all that yarn in the closet. But now that I have all that yarn out, I now have empty bags I can show you. So this is the last and my most favorite. I bought this from the website Cafe Press back in around, I think, 2012 or so, maybe 2013. So I don't know if they still have this print anymore, but this is my ball sack. I thought that was extremely humorous, and I had to have it. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was probably a ridiculous amount because I'm in Canada and shipping and stuff, but I had to have it. So yes, there is my ball sack. So those are my project bags. I do eventually want to buy some of the ones with zippers, like I have seen a lot of people on YouTube using, but these are plenty for now. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say today. So I will be sure to have more done soon on my dress and get another video up ASAP. And I think that's it for today. So hope everybody's been having a good start to spring. The weather here is finally warm and sunny, and my daughter and I have been playing outside a lot lately, so finally it's not freezing anymore. So hope everybody else has been having good weather too, and so everybody's having a good end of April and a good start to May, and happy crafting.